Welcome to my channel. Well, here we go. We got our Bose Sa3 amplifier. You can see that's pretty big, and these are our connectors, which will go backside over here. Once you swipe that like so, you got over here this panel where it is going to go in. So let's keep it this way so we can nicely see. And here we go. Our RCA in will go over here, or RCA cable, which is over here. I'm going to show that also practical, don't worry. RCA will go over here. The code, you have to set everything below, just A, B, left to up, and everything down. Okay, very easy. Everything down, just left to A and B up, and everything else down. That's the code for it, for this potentiometer to work with this. Okay, very easy. And you got over here this plus minus left and right channel out where this plug will go, and this is the potentiometer which we are going to put in, and potentiometer which we are going to use is the 10K. And then you can actually use this amplifier full, because default it just works around 25%, something like that. And with potentiometer you can use this output 100%, means it goes loud. Okay, so yeah, first thing first, 4 pin will go over here, as you can see. So 4 pin will go over here, just plugs in nicely over there like so. Wow, pretty good. And then you are going to put your wires in from here, and then you tight the screws which I showed, you know, a small screw. So you need a small screwdriver, nothing big deal, easy stuff. Second thing, our potentiometer thing, yeah, that simply slides in like so, and it nice and tightly goes in. Well, I did cut both wire, you know, same measurement, so we can make it left and right channel, you know, 2 speakers. You can see that. Here we go, our tag over there, and this is another end. So I did nicely cut them both, okay, for same length. And yeah, we need these connectors. So real quick, go ahead and let's open these connectors up, because we need these both to fit back side of our Bose amplifier. So let's take them out real quick, just for demo. Let's take one of these. Okay, so one is 4 pin and one is 2 pin. So one we required 4 pin, and one we required actually 2 pin. Let's real quick go ahead and take this thing out as well. And here we go, it's coming off. And here we go, this is 2 pin, as you can see that real quick. One is 2 pin, which is for potentiometer in, and one is 4 pin. And another side you got actually to hook your speaker wires, and you got this screws to tight it. Same thing over here, you got this potentiometer screw tight over here, and this wire will be go over here, and this is going to get inserted into our Bose SA3 back panel, which I will show you everything practically now. So let's go ahead for that thing. Okay, now the potentiometer thing, it's very easy. You can see that it's a 10K potentiometer. If you can see that it is 10K, it is written over here upwards. So you need this simple 10K potentiometer, and what we are going to do actually is the middle wire and left wire. That's what we need. That same thing we are going to do with this. We are going to solder this thing over here like so. The middle one, this red, and this black one goes to left. So yeah, let's do that. Well, we will be requiring this precision screwdriver, a small one, so we can actually remove these screws. Actually loose, not totally remove, just make sure you tight this thing up like so, you know, clockwise. And then once you did that, simply the red will go to left side and the black will go to right side. Just hold it like so, and simply take your precision screwdriver and simply tight this thing up. It is that easy, very easy. Then you're going to slide that in to your amplifier. So here we go. Here it is, our soldering wick, or soldering flux or paste, you can say. So that's first thing we need. And all you do is that you take your potentiometer, and these 3 things should have this stuff, you know, which is the soldering wick of soldering flux. Check this thing out. 3 is nicely done. Yeah, and then your potentiometers, these two cables, they need that too. So actually solder gets nicely connected to it. That's why we need this thing, otherwise solder don't stick very nicely and it becomes quite headache, because this part is something everyone misses most of. So yeah, you can see that it is nicely over there. That's it, the soldering mix stuff is done. Well, now heat shrinks, let's try this one. Okay, that's too small for it. Okay, this one is quite big. I don't have more smaller or bigger than that. Okay, this one is quite okay, we'll try this one. And you can see that our soldering iron is over here and our wire is over here. So we put that soldering wick over it. So what we are going to do is that simply we are going to put some solder over it. You can see that it is nicely sticking quickly over it because we put that soldering wick over there. Okay, we need some more solder. I'm showing everything in front of camera practical because it will be then easy for everybody if, practically, you know, if anyone can do that. Check this thing out, how quickly it is getting stick to it, because that the soldering flux, that's what actually is required, otherwise you don't get stick nicely. Okay, now potentiometer, simply just put some solder and you can see that solder is nicely getting sticked over there. It is all because of we put that flux over there, that paste. So now it will be easier for it to stick to our cable, which is also has solder over it, so it will get nicely sticked together. So make sure you do this because it's quite important, other it won't get nicely fit. So that's it, very easy, it was not very big deal. It's done, let's go for soldering our wires. Okay, now simply our end part, and that is this red wire will go in middle, and we're going to just do that in front of camera. It is quite hard, you know, I don't have whole setup over here to do this, but yeah, for people's convenience, you know, so it will be easier for them to do this practically. Okay, I got to do this bit off camera. Simply red wire in middle and black wire this left side, okay, upwards. Well, here we go, final result. You can see that our red one is in middle and left one is over here, the black, red and black. And then simply I'm going to just put this heat shrink and going to give some heat to it, and that's it, you know, pretty much done. Well, here it is the end result of our heat shrink. You can see that nicely did it, and here we go. Now high quality setup is ready. Simply let's swipe that in. Well, before we plug this thing in, I wanted to real quick tell that you simply make this thing go totally left, because right side is loud volume. Just let's go left and little bit turn it on, then you can crank it right side to increase the volume. Okay, well, we have to strip wire this much only because it goes inside it that much only. Okay, so I have just unscrewed this thing and you can see that this is the positive red one and the black is negative. So this is the right channel, this is the red wire, this is the black wire which I am putting in. And once we did that, you simply go ahead, you take your precision screwdriver and you just simply tight this both. So here your right channel is there, done. Now you have to go for left channel, and we'll do that wiring now. Well, I did tight this both, as you can see that that's a right channel, these two are left channel, and you can see the color code red and black, red and black. So I nicely tied them up. Now it will simply slide in into our Bose amplifier and you're ready. Now let's connect this to our speakers and that's it. Well, for demonstration purpose, I have over here two small size speakers of Sony, and this is a left and right channel speaker, and they're around 8 ohms, and our Bose amplifier Sa3 actually has 6 ohms, so this is okay for it. You can run actually 6 to 8 ohms speakers on that Bose Sa3. So yeah, we'll do just wiring of this and we'll test them out. Well, here is our speaker cable. It's pretty small, and this is our big cable. These speakers are just for test purpose. You know, you need to use actually big speaker, whatever which is more than 6 ohms, it works with it. It doesn't matter small or big. This is just demonstration purpose. Mostly we are going to use this for big speakers because that is a big amplifier that powers big speakers and small both, but mostly for big one. And for demo, you can see that red to red and black to this white thing. Red is positive and black is negative. So yeah, for this demo, I'm going to put this heat shrink just like this. I'm not going to make it hot or something. It's just that it won't touch each other. So yeah, for demo, let's do that same for our other speaker too, and we'll just go ahead and test the amplifier. Well, I did the setup for both. As you can see that a right and left channel is pretty much done. So let's turn on our amplifier. Let's check how this sounds like. Okay, we've done all the important things. So first thing, we'll put potentiometer in, and for that it goes over here and it will nicely plug in, and that's it. Very easy. Now next thing, our speaker stuff, which we just already did the setup with, and it will go over here, and here we go. Pretty nice and tight setup. Let's go next for our RCA. And now you can simply increase and decrease your sound according to your own will. So yeah, first all the way left side and then little bit cranking to the clockwise, so sound will start coming from it, and then you just adjust according to your will. Well, next thing is simply our RCA in, red to red, white to white. Simply left right channel is done, and now this is my 3.5 mm to RCA connector, so I can plug that into my cell phone or our desktop or laptop, and you can directly listen your songs, so yeah, we are going to use this cell phone over here for test. Next thing is simply we need to now plug this. Last thing is the power cable, and here we go. Our setup is done. Very easy. Well, it took few seconds to initialize it, and here we go. I just hooked this to my 3.5 mm jack, and we are going to now play this copyright free music NCS. Let's turn it on. Potentiometer, right is loud, left is, so you can do it according to your free will what you want to do. Yeah, pretty much done. So yeah, that was the small actually setup of this Bose Sa3 amplifier, the whole setup I showed. And for your convenience, I have provided a link below in description for the potentiometer, the high quality cables which we are using over here. Also these cables, these plugs which is quite hard to find, so yeah, I will put all the links below in description for this exact one, so you no need to search anything for your convenience. So yeah, that was small setup of this Bose Sa3 amp, the whole setup, everything, all practical. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.